There was a curious case that happened last Thursday. There's a conservative journalist, Nick Sortor, and he got arrested. And then over the weekend, I was seeing people saying, "Can you believe he got arrested?" And from what it looked like is he was in Portland, and there was some Antifa protesters burning an American flag, and who went over there. And I guess the understanding is he tried to grab the flag from him. A scuffle ensued, and a couple of Antifa people got arrested, but Nick got arrested too. And let's get some better details on this. Victoria Churchill is going to give me a hand from Daily Mail, Young Voices. She's been on the show 1,000 times if you've heard her before. Welcome back, Victoria Churchill. Now, I heard there's not going to be charges after all, but all weekend people were really upset that charges were being pursued at all, considering they were making this sound like a defensive effort on the part of Nick Sortor. Do I have the story correct first?
Yeah, that's how I'm looking at it, James, and as always, great to be back with you. I think it's really interesting because actually just today at the White House, Trump had a roundtable on Antifa, and he was talking with journalists that had faced Antifa. One in particular I saw who was up there, Andy No. He's faced a lot of these Antifa radical activists, particularly in Portland. But, really all over the country, you have these radicals that are active in these cities. And then when journalists like Nick, like Andy, try and shine a light on the work that they're doing, a lot of the times they get caught in the scuffle. And then those that are the ones that are causing harm to them, it seems to me like even they are getting away scot-free, which to me really looks like a double standard.
Yeah, and this is all political here because some rioters get different treatment than other rioters. And the one good thing about January 6th happening is we now know that it can happen. You can go find everyone that participated in a protest that got out of control and go track them down across, 48 states and arrest them all and throw them all in jail. We know it can actually happen, Victoria.
Absolutely. I mean, our surveillance methods that are available, I think, are definitely a little bit scary, honestly, right? That somebody that tends to be more on the side of privacy and personal security and government not knowing very much about you as the ideal, that is alarming. But then I think there are cases like this where we see that this goes beyond even our wildest imaginations of how much data and how much tracking and how much information governments can actually have on individuals. And so I think it's really even yesterday I was on the Hill, I was covering the hearing with Attorney General Pam Bondi. And, even she said that it seems like there's been a two-tier system of justice in the U.S. and that her goal is to try and return the U.S. to a more one-tier system of justice, that no matter who you are, you get equal treatment under the law like our country was founded on and designed to be. But I think it's quite alarming that you look at even the Attorney General is going out and saying there has very much, with concrete evidence, been a two-tier system of justice, other things that have been going on Capitol Hill, which of course I love to weave in because that's where I spend the majority of my days. But also in that Bondi hearing, Senator Josh Hawley brought up that he and 8 of his Republican colleagues had been surveilled by the FBI in this Operation Arctic Frost. Not sure if you've seen that going around the media. And then even last week, there was a hearing on the Quiet Skies program, which was just discontinued by the Trump administration earlier this year, where they were talking about members of Congress and even former Congresswoman, of course, now Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, being surveilled by this program that was supposed to try and root out terrorists in the U.S. It cost millions of dollars. And guess what? They didn't catch a single bad guy, but they tracked, hundreds, if not thousands, of law-abiding citizens that weren't doing anything wrong.
Well, Victoria Churchill, it's great sometimes when I click through, I'll see your stuff on the Daily Mail. I'm like, hey, I know her. Go check out her latest work. She put out a piece yesterday talking about the Pam Bondi hearing that she just mentioned. I wish you love Chicago as much as you hate Trump. What a good headline. So go check that out, the Daily Mail, and listen, because Victoria Churchill will definitely be on again soon. Thank you very much, Victoria, for coming back on.
Thank you so much, James. Always happy to chat.